One of the simplest, most effective ways that you can show respect for and interest in another person whom you've just met is to remember their name. Just think how you feel when someone you only met once remembers your name and uses it the next time they see you. That sends you an implicit signal that you're interesting and important enough for them to remember you and to know who you are. But when we meet new people, if we're flustered, distracted, or preoccupied with what we're going to say next, the person's name may just skim off the surface of our mind. So it's not recalling names that's the problem, it's that we haven't encoded the name in our memory in the first place. To store a name in your long-term memory, you need to invest a moment of your time to properly focus on the name when you first hear it. This small investment of mental energy will allow you to glue the name into your memory, and once you can vividly encode a person's name in your mind, you'll be able to recall it instantly whenever you see that person. The first thing to do is to look at the person and repeat the name back to them. If they introduce themselves as Olivia, you might say, "Hi Olivia, pleased to meet you." Repeat their name back to them and hear yourself saying their name. Then invest another half second to visualize the name Olivia stamped on their forehead. Don't worry, they won't know you're doing this. And then next, build up an association in your mind. The crazier, the better. If someone's called Olivia, for example, invest another half second in visualizing them in an enormous rainstorm of olives. If they happen to share a name with someone else you know, imagine this new Olivia shaking hands with a familiar Olivia. This puts them in the same group. You can also do this if they share a name with a celebrity or a famous historical figure. If their name happened to be Arthur, I might invest that half second visualizing them kneeling before King Arthur and being handed the sword Excalibur. Or if their name was Paul, I might visualize Paul McCartney having his arm around their shoulder. To recall their name from memory, you simply recall the strange image or association. Images tend to stick better than words in the memory, and the name will pop into your mind. Once you've done this a few times, you'll find that the person's name has stuck, and you no longer need to use the memory tag. The more you do this, the quicker it will become. So the steps to remembering and recalling names are: 1. Repeat the person's name back to them. 2. Visualize the name printed on their forehead. And 3. Create an association between their name and someone else with that name or with anything that sounds like their name. And the deeply relaxing, hypnotic part of this session is now going to embed this process in your unconscious mind so that you can instantly recall the name of anyone you meet.